What's up guys, what's going on? Welcome to RGHtechTv, and this is Lenovo ZUK Z2 Plus. This video is going to be a software walkthrough video. I'm also going to let you know some tips and tricks, and later on we'll also look at some features. Make sure to watch this video till then so that you don't miss on any important points. Now the first feature which I liked is double tap to wake feature. So if you choose not to have a pattern enabled or the fingerprint enabled unlocking system, then you can double tap and then swipe and you're onto your home screen directly. You don't need to touch a power button or anything. So it's pretty handy feature. Now I have enabled fingerprint / pattern enabled unlocking system, and how do I use it? So I double tap and then see the number of steps which I have taken. So this is given by UHealth application. I'll let you know that a little bit later. And I also quickly have a look at the notifications from the lock screen itself. I also use quick toggles. For example, flashlight, I like to use it from lock screen itself, and you can also turn on Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, whatever. You can turn on and off the quick toggles from the lock screen itself, which is pretty handy thing. And later on I'll also let you know how to disable these things if you don't want to have them accessible from the lock screen itself. Now another good thing which you can do from lock screen is you can quickly jump to camera application by swiping from right to left, and quickly take some pictures if you have some action scenes going around you. So this can be used in that respect as well. So from lock screen you can access notification tray, you can access quick toggles, you can have a look at the time, you can have a look at the number of steps which you have taken, and you can also access camera and other things as well. So this is pretty handy and pretty useful, guys. Alright, now quickly let's move on to the home screen. And as you could see, the unlocking was pretty fast and it works 99% of the time. And this is a single home button which also acts as fingerprint sensor, and it can be configured to act as a back button, as you can see, and it can also be configured to act as multitasking button, as you can see. So, and not only that, but you can also use it to switch between applications by swiping right or left. As you can see, this is also pretty handy and pretty useful thing. And you can also configure it to open Google Now for long press, and you can also configure long tap to do some useful things. So I've kept it to lock the system, and I use fingerprint sensor to unlock the system, so I don't need to touch the power button at all. So it's pretty convenient, guys. So it's a single home button / fingerprint sensor which does many tasks, and it's implemented very accurately by Lenovo. So good implementations. Now to customize this thing, you'll have to go to settings, you'll have to go to UTouch, and if you go to physical home button customization, so you can configure like press on double tap what it should do, or long press what action should it perform, or long touch whatever action it should perform. You can configure from here itself. So if you use to Samsung devices, then you can open up camera on double tap. You can do that, open an application, go here, and then you can select the camera application. I'll quickly show you that. So as you can see, double tap now will open the camera application, so you can use it in this respect, and you can customize in that way. So you can look at these a little bit later. Now it's pretty tough to get used to this thing on the go, so you can also enable on-screen buttons. So as you can see, you do have now back, home, and recent apps on the screen. So in a couple of days you'll get used to that, but this option is also pretty convenient. You can use this one. So I'll just turn it off as of now. And the next thing which I'm going to let you know is taking screenshots, which is very important. Now the good thing is this phone also can take long screenshots, but before that I'll let you know how to take normal screenshots. For that you'll have to press power button and the volume down buttons quickly at the same time. As you can see, within a second it'll take the screenshot. Now if you want to take a long screenshots, then you'll have to press the power button and the volume down button for a little bit longer, probably more than 1 second. As you can see, that actually it detects, it's very smart. It detects like if you have some content, vertical content below the screen, it'll ask you for the long screenshot. Otherwise it'll just ask you to save or crop the image. So I'll quickly save this. Now I'll move on to something which is pretty long, vertically long, as you can see. Now I'll try, so it can be used in web pages and all. Now I'll try to take a long screenshot. For that I have to press power button and the volume down button for a little bit longer than a second, and as you can see, it has like click to start the long screenshot. So you press this and it'll capture the long screenshot. As you can see, it's pretty smooth, it's pretty accurate, it stitches it pretty perfectly fine, and then you can preview, or you can also save this one. So let's look at that one. Let's open through photos. So as you can see, you can adjust this thing. So it's pretty handy if you're looking at some web pages and you want one single screenshot of that thing, then you can use this feature. It's a pretty handy thing. And one more thing, very interesting thing is, so I actually use Wink Music. So if you have some headphones which has this kind of buttons, like the home button and volume controls, then you can actually double tap the home button to move on to the next song, and triple tap to move on to the previous song. And you can play or pause this with a single button, and the volume buttons can be used to control the volumes. And not only that, but you can also take pictures using this one. I'll show you that. So if you want to have good selfies when you don't want your hand to be displayed in the selfies, then definitely you can use this one. So as you can see, let's move on to the selfie mode, and so you can use the volume up or volume down buttons to capture the selfies quickly. So that's also a pretty handy thing. So you can use this one, or else if you're in selfie mode, you can also use this volume down or volume up button as dedicated shutter buttons to capture pictures. Not only that, but if you are in the rare mode as well, it works. So you can quickly press this volume up or volume down, and you can capture the pictures. Now I'll quickly let you know some of the shortcuts in messaging application. Alright guys, now once you're in the messaging application, then I'll let you know how to enable a single-handed mode. For that, you'll have the smiley icon on the right bottom corner. So press this, and you can see that there is a single-handed mode. So hover it over this icon, and you can see that the keyboard gets shrunk to one side. You can also shift it to left side if you want to, or right side, whichever feels comfortable for you. You can go with that option, and you can also get back to the normal mode. And not only that, but if you type something, let me type this. Okay, so you can use the space bar to move between the alphabets or the words, and you can correct them wherever you want to. So this is also pretty handy. Just make a note of this thing. Now one more interesting thing which I'm going to let you know is a lot of people don't get to know like how to enable or disable vibration for the keyboard. For that, you'll have to go to settings. You'll have to go to advanced settings, and then here you'll have to go to language and input. So go to setup input methods, and here select your keyboard, that is Google keyboard. Go to preferences, and here you can enable or disable one-handed mode, and you can also change the custom input styles. So long press for symbols, you can also configure this thing. And here you have vibrate on key press, so you can enable or disable this. So once you do this, so your vibration for the keyboard will be disabled. So you can also enable back, and then you can also set the vibration strength on the key press. So system default, I've kept it to system default. If you want, you can also increase this thing. So this customization is also present. So if you want, then you can use this one. Alright guys, now I'll quickly let you know how to change the color temperatures for the display. According to me, this is one of the best panels out there. It has good saturation, good color accuracy as well. But if you want to tweak around with settings, then you can go to settings, you can go to display and brightness, and then here you can go to color, and here you can set between warm, standard or cool. So if you want to have a little bit warmer display, you can opt this one, or if you want more cooler display, then you can go with that as well. I like to keep it to standard. So if you have a habit of reading late night on the bed, then you can use this night color, which is very good. It acts as a blue light filter, and you can also schedule this thing, which is a very good thing, or else you can manually turn it on or off. So you do have a quick toggle. You can find that in the quick switch panel, so you can turn on or off the night color from here itself. So this is pretty handy guys, just try it out. The reading experience gets much more better by using this night color. So you can just try that out as well. And later on, I'll also quickly let you know how to change the default applications or launchers. As you can see, so you do have Hangouts and messaging. So there are a lot many applications which you might use, but you can set the defaults as well. I'll let you know that. So let's go to advanced settings, and then let's go to applications. And here the most important thing is get to the bottom and go to preferred apps. And here, if you have like multiple launchers, you can change them. You can set the default launcher. I have not installed any, but you install, it'll be shown here. You can change that. Otherwise, because in normal settings panel, you do have that home button from where you can change the launchers. For this one, you can change it from here. Go to preferred apps and then change. So messaging application, you do have multiple applications. So if you want to use Hangouts, then set Hangouts as the default messaging application. So I like to keep it to messaging. So in this way you can change. So if you have multiple camera applications, you can set the default. So to quickly open which camera application, in this way gallery, music, email, video can be set from preferred applications as well. Alright, now quickly I'll let you know how to customize the quick toggles, and I'll let you know how to enable or disable that from the lock screen. So for that you'll have to go to quick switch panel, and here switching sequence. So as you can see, when I swipe from bottom, you'll get that quick switch panel, which is very handy. So you don't need to reach to the top corner to change the things. So this is the first screen which is available, and this is the second screen. So there are other things as well which you can configure. So here, first screen has so many settings and second screen has so many settings. So if you believe that power off should be on the second screen instead of this menu button, then you can just drag and drop it onto the second screen. If you feel that the switching sequence shortcut should be in the first screen instead of location, then you can have that as well. So in this way you can customize the quick toggle. So if you see now, the switching sequence is in the first screen, and in the second screen we do have this power off icon. So in this way you can customize, which is very important. And not only that, but I've also told you that you can disable this thing from lock screen. So you do have an option called a show in lock screen. Just disable this one, and now quickly once you move on to the lock screen, you can access notification tray as you can see, but you cannot access quick toggles. So you can use it in this way. This is also pretty handy thing. So for some reason, if you don't want to have it on the lock screen, then you can disable that, but I choose to have it. And let's quickly move on to notifications and status bar. Here I'm going to show you three important things. You can also disable this notification tray from the lock screen. You do have a setting over here, so disable this one. And if you go to lock screen now, quick toggles, I've enabled it, but notification tray, I've disabled it. So you can customize this thing in this way. And so let me enable that one. And you can also see, as you can see, the battery indicator is in graphical mode, but you can also put it on to battery percentage mode. So as you can see now, it's 45%. You can quickly see that. And you can also enable network real-time speed. And as you can see, you do have that network speeds. So be it Wi-Fi or 4G, it shows that speeds over there. So whatever, if you're using 20 kbps, it'll show 20 kbps, or whatever the network real-time speeds are, you can monitor from the status bar. Alright guys, now I'll show you the battery saver mode. Go to settings, go to advanced settings, go to battery, and you can find battery saving mode. So you do have manual mode, and you can also enable when low power. So manual mode is whenever you want it, you can turn it on or turn it off. And at the same time, if you enable when low power, it triggers the automatic enabling of power saving mode. That is, you can set the percentage as well. So whenever the battery percentage drops below or is at 15% or 10% or 5% or 20%, whatever you set, that percent, the battery saver mode will be enabled automatically. So you can use this as well to save some battery at the end of the day. And the next thing I'll let you know about auto power on and off. So you can also set the time at which the device should automatically power on, and at the same time it should power off. So you can select the timing here, and at the same time if you hit done, it'll be enabled at that particular time. Alright guys, now quickly let's move on to another thing that is called as text size. For that you'll have to go to display, and here you can choose between text size. So you do have small, standard, medium, and you also have large, which is pretty large as you can see. And I'll just change it to standard. So if you want larger than this, then what you can do is you can go to advanced settings, and then you can go to accessibility. You can go to magnification gestures, and from here, once you turn this, you can triple tap on the home, and then it magnifies. So you can set the magnification at whatever level you want by pinching in or pinching out. And by using single finger, you can move between the pages, and by using double finger, you can move in the same page. So this is also pretty handy. And to get back to normal mode, you can triple tap again. As you can see, if you want, you can use this as well. So for the time being, I'll just turn it off. And one more thing which I want to let you know is in the security. For that we'll have to go to security, and here we have something called as permissions, and this allows you to monitor like what applications use your contacts or records or camera or microphone. You can control it from here itself. So for example, camera is controlled by so many applications. You can disable this or enable this from here itself. Now if you want, you can also sort it according to applications. Like for example, you can see like Amazon shopping application has so many permissions, and if you want to disable it, you can disable it from here itself. It's a very good thing. Just have an eye on this aspect. And if you go to device administration, please enable Android device manager, because if you do this and if your phone gets lost, then you can remotely lock this device or erase the data. Make sure that Android device manager is enabled. All right, so now quickly let's move on to screen pinning. So make sure that this is on, and I'll show you a demo of that one. So go to application tray, select the application which you want to screen pin. As you can see, you do have this icon. Now as you can see, this pin is available only for the first application. So if you want the second application to have this pin, bring it onto the first application. So open it and then go to multitasking tray and then bring it onto this first position, and then you can access it from there itself. So once you hit this pin icon, so this will be like whomsoever you give your phone, it will be secure. You'll lock him to this one screen itself. If you don't want your friend or your family member to see your other things like messages or gallery, then you can use this feature. So if he just wants to play a game or something like that, you can screen pin to that game, and then your other data will be secure. Now to unlock this one, you have to press back button and the multitasking button at the same time, and as you can see, the screen is unpinned, and now he can access other settings. But if you choose not to have this on-screen buttons, and if you only want to have this single home button which I had initially told you, then in that case, so quickly I'll show you that demo as well. In that case, you'll have to press so as you can see now, so as you can see, the screen pinning is now enabled. Now to unpin this, you'll have to press the power button and the volume up button if you choose not to have this on-screen buttons. Power button and volume up button, and you can see that the screen is unpinned. Now you can normally navigate across the device. So in this way, you can have privacy for your personal data. Alright guys, now this phone also supports OTG pen drives. So this actually has 32 gigs of inbuilt storage, but it does not have an option of adding micro SD card. For some reason, if you feel that the storage is less, then you can use this OTG cable, which is enabled with a Type-C pin, and you can access the content from pen drives like this, or you can also have USB OTG pen drives. So both work perfectly fine with this device. Now the next thing which I'm going to let you know is how to lock applications to their positions. For example, you do have so many applications, but if you hit this clean all button, then there is all chances that it might vanish. And if you feel that you want to retain some applications, then you can swipe from top to bottom, and as you can see, a lock sign appears on the top, and you can lock this. And once if you hit clean, applications apart from these which you have locked gets removed, and the ones you have locked remains in this multitasking tray. In the same way, you can also unlock these applications again by swiping from top to bottom. So you can use this feature if you want to. Alright, now the next thing which I'm going to let you know is very important. It's priority for notifications. So let's go to settings, let's go to notification and status bar. Let's go to notifications. And here, if you feel that the notifications with respect to Asphalt 8 game should be on top of other notifications, then you can set it to high priority. So once you set this, if there are 10 different notifications for 10 different applications, then Asphalt 8 notifications will be on high priority. So you can use this feature as well. And one more thing which I'm going to let you know is about do not disturb mode. For that, you'll have to go to sounds and vibrate, and here you do have do not disturb mode. So actually you can enable this manually. So if you want to silence your phone, you also have the option of total silencing, or else you can only allow messages from certain contacts or calls from certain contacts, and you can also use repeat callers. So if he calls again within 3 minutes, then you'll be notified with that one. You can also set the timing. So if you want it to be enabled automatically from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., then you can do that. Or else you can enable it manually, or you can add a rule so it can automatically start at that particular time and on that particular day. So you can also use this one. It's pretty easy. The good thing with this one is you can add a rule. So according to your preference, you can turn it on or turn it off automatically. So which is also a very good thing. Alright guys, now before I end this video, I quickly want to let you know some of the customizations. Now this is in portrait view, and if you turn it on, you'll have this landscape view as well. For some reason, if you want to have this, you can enable or disable this one. For that, you'll have to go press and hold, and you'll have to go to settings, and here at the bottom you have something called as allowed rotation. So if you disable this, then it will be in portrait mode, and if you enable that, you can switch to landscape mode as well. Now this phone is pretty good for single-handed usage, but also if you want to increase a little bit more convenience, then you can install an application called as notification bar opener. So if you install this one, then you'll get an icon like this. So by using this, you can quickly get the notification tray, so which is also a pretty handy thing. You can try using this one, and I use this glove box. So by using this, I can quickly have a panel on the right corner or the left corner, wherever you want it. So I have kept games in this, so it can be accessed from whichever screen you are in, and it's pretty handy as well. So you can try these applications. So I do have many applications which I've made a separate video called 15 best apps I frequently used. You can watch that to get more information on the applications which I use. Now this is application tray, and you can search for applications. If you have hundreds and thousands of different applications, you can search for it by clicking on the top, as you can see. But there is a shortcut, like if you press and hold on this application tray, then it quickly takes you to that search bar, and you can search for whatever application. So if I want to search like Asphalt 8, then I can definitely search for Asphalt 8, right? So I believe I have covered most of the things, and if you feel this video was informative, give it a thumbs up, share this video with your friends and family, and follow us on Twitter at RGHtechTv, subscribe to us on YouTube for more videos like this. Most importantly, thanks for watching, and I'll see you real soon.